Welcome to my channel, The World Coin. Hello and welcome, coin lovers. This channel is dedicated to the fascinating world of coins from every corner of the globe. From ancient currency to modern mints, rare finds to everyday coins, we explore their history, design, and hidden stories. So subscribe now and join our growing community of coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and curious minds. I have 3 videos of 5 cents. So let's get started. The United States 5-cent coin, commonly called the nickel, issued in 1979, is part of the long-running Jefferson Nickels series, which began in 1938 and continues to the present day with some design variations. The 1979 nickel represents a period in American history marked by economic challenges, including high inflation, energy crises, and changing metal prices, yet the nickel remained stable in both composition and design. Despite rising costs of coin production during the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint continued to produce the 5-cent coin with its traditional metal alloy, making it one of the most consistent coins in U.S. coinage history. The obverse front of the 1979 nickel features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This portrait was designed by Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor who won a national design competition in the 1930s. Jefferson's image on the 1979 coin shows classical styling, with fine facial detail and neatly styled hair, reflecting early 20th century artistic ideals. Around the portrait appears the word, Liberty, followed by a star and the date 1979. Jefferson's motto, In God We Trust, is placed to the left of his portrait. These inscriptions emphasize core American values of freedom, faith, and democratic leadership. The reversed back of the 1979 5-cent coin displays Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's historic home located in Virginia. Monticello is one of the most iconic buildings in American architectural history and is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The building is shown in a frontal view with its dome and columns clearly visible. Above Monticello is the inscription, E pluribus unum, a Latin phrase meaning, out of many, one, symbolizing the unity of the United States. Below the building is the word, Monticello, followed by, 5 cents, and at the bottom, United States of America. The reverse design remained unchanged from 1938 until 2004, making the 1979 nickel part of a very long and recognizable design tradition. In terms of composition, the 1979 U.S. nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives the coin its distinctive silver-gray appearance despite containing no silver. This durable alloy was chosen for its resistance to corrosion and wear, allowing nickels to remain in circulation for decades. The coin has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters, a thickness of approximately 1.95 millimeters, and a weight of exactly 5.00 grams. Its edge is plain, smooth, unlike reeded coins such as dimes and quarters. These physical characteristics have remained essentially unchanged since 1866, making the nickel one of the most physically stable coins in U.S. history. The 1979 nickel was minted at 3 U.S. Mint facilities. Coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, while coins with a D mint mark were produced in Denver, and coins with an S mint mark were struck in San Francisco. Philadelphia and Denver coins were made primarily for circulation, while San Francisco produced proof coins, which are specially struck with polished dies and planchettes for collectors. Proof 1979's nickels are known for their mirror-like fields and frosted design details and were not intended for everyday use. Regarding mintage, the 1979 nickel was produced in very large quantities, with hundreds of millions of coins struck for circulation. Because of this high production, the 1979 nickel is considered common and is still frequently found in circulation today. Most circulated examples have little collector value beyond their face value of 5 cents. However, coins in uncirculated condition or proof condition, especially those graded highly by professional grading services, can carry a modest premium among collectors. From a numismatic coin collecting perspective, the 1979 Jefferson nickel is generally collected as part of a complete date and mint set rather than as a rare standalone coin. Collectors often look for examples with sharp strikes, full steps on Monticello, and minimal surface marks. The term, full steps, refers to the visibility of the steps at the base of Monticello, which can be weakly struck on many coins. A 1979 nickel with clearly defined full steps can be more desirable and valuable than a typical example. Historically, the 1979 nickel reflects the continuity of American coinage during economic uncertainty. While other denominations, such as the penny and dollar, were undergoing debates and changes, the nickel remained reliable in both public use and production. It also represents a time just before significant changes to U.S. coin designs in later decades, including the westward journey nickels of the early 2000s and the modern redesigns of Jefferson's portrait. In summary, the 1979 United States 5-cent coin is a durable, historically consistent, and widely circulated piece of American money. While it is not rare, it holds educational, historical, and cultural significance. It connects modern Americans to the legacy of Thomas Jefferson, the architectural heritage of Monticello, and over a century of stable U.S. coin production. For collectors, historians, and everyday users alike, the 1979 nickel stands as a quiet but enduring symbol of American monetary history. If you want, I can also explain value, errors, how to identify mint marks, or how to tell if your coin is collectible. Next video. The United States 5-cent coin, commonly called the nickel, issued in 1985, is part of the long-standing and historically important Jefferson Nickels series. This coin was created for everyday use in American life, during a period when the United States economy was stable and mass coin production was necessary to support commerce. The year 1985 falls within the modern era of U.S. coinage, meaning the coin is not ancient or rare, but it still carries historical, educational, and cultural value. Millions of Americans used this coin daily in the 1980s for transportation, vending machines, food purchases, and savings. The 1985 5-cent coin represents continuity in American coin design. The Jefferson nickel design had already been in use for nearly 50 years by that time, having first appeared in 1938. The decision to keep the same design for decades shows the importance of tradition and national identity in U.S. coinage. Coins are not only tools of trade, they are also symbols of national values, leadership, and history. By 1985, the Jefferson nickel was one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. On the front side obverse of the 1985 nickel, there is a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and one of the most important figures in American history. Jefferson was the main author of the Declaration of Independence, a document that established the United States as a free nation. His portrait faces left and is shown in a calm, thoughtful expression, symbolizing intelligence, leadership, and democracy. The word, liberty, appears on the coin, reminding citizens of freedom, while the phrase, "In God We Trust," reflects the nation's long-standing motto. The year 1985 marks the time of minting. The back-side reverse of the coin shows Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's home in Virginia. Monticello is one of the most famous historic buildings in the United States and reflects Jefferson's love of architecture, science, and education. The image of Monticello on the coin connects American money to American heritage. Along with the building, the reverse includes the words, 5 cents, United States of America, and the Latin phrase, e pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. This phrase represents unity among states and people. The metal composition of the 1985 5-cent coin is an important feature. It is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This combination gives the coin its silver-gray color and strength. Unlike some older U.S. coins, the 1985 nickel contains no silver or gold. The metal choice was made to balance durability, cost, and availability. Because of this composition, the coin does not rust easily and can survive many years of circulation. In terms of physical size, the 1985 nickel weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. The edge of the coin is smooth, with no ridges. These measurements are standard for Jefferson nickels and allow the coin to work properly in machines like vending machines and coin counters. Uniform size and weight are essential for modern coin systems. The 1985 5-cent coin was produced at multiple United States mint locations. Coins were made in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, coins from Denver have a D mint mark, and coins from San Francisco have an S mint mark and were mainly produced as proof coins for collectors. Proof coins are specially made with higher quality, sharper details, and mirror-like surfaces. The number of coins produced in 1985 was extremely large. Hundreds of millions of nickels were minted to meet the needs of the population. Because so many were made, the 1985 nickel is considered a common coin. However, being common does not mean it is unimportant. It reflects everyday American life during the mid-1980s and represents the economic system of the time. In terms of value, a circulated 1985 nickel is usually worth its face value of 5 cents. Coins in excellent, uncirculated condition may be worth more to collectors, especially if they have no scratches or wear. Proof versions from San Francisco can also have higher value, especially when kept in original packaging. Rare minting errors, such as off-center strikes or double images, can increase value significantly, though such errors are uncommon. From a historical perspective, the 1985 nickel is part of a long tradition of American coinage that emphasizes education and national pride. Many Americans learned about Thomas Jefferson and Monticello for the first time by seeing this coin. Coins often serve as small history lessons carried in people's pockets. Culturally, the nickel played a role in daily routines. In 1985, 5 cents could help pay for phone calls, school snacks, newspapers, or bus fares. The coin was part of childhood memories, savings jars, and small transactions that shaped everyday experiences. In summary, the United States 5 cents coin of 1985 is a durable, well-designed, historically meaningful coin. It represents American leadership through Thomas Jefferson, architectural heritage through Monticello, and economic stability through mass production. While it may not be rare or expensive, it holds lasting educational and cultural value. It stands as a symbol of continuity, practicality, and national identity in U.S. coin history. Next video. The 5 cents coin of the United States, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, issued in the year 2002, is an important and interesting coin in modern American numismatic history. Although it is still considered a circulating coin and not extremely rare, the 2002 nickel represents a key period just before the famous Westward Journey nickel series 2004-2005. This makes the 2002 5-cent coin historically meaningful, especially for collectors who like to complete full-date sets of Jefferson nickels. The face value of this coin is 5 cents, 1/2 of 1 dime, and it has been part of everyday American life for many decades. In 2002, the United States was entering the 21st century, and the nickel continued its traditional design that had been used since 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. By 2002, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for 64 years, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. The 2002 nickel is part of the classic Jefferson series, before the design changes that occurred in later years. The year 2002 was significant because it marked one of the final years of the traditional Monticello reverse design. Just 2 years later, the U.S. Mint would redesign the nickel to commemorate the Louisiana Purchase and Lewis and Clark expedition. Therefore, the 2002 nickel represents the end of an era in American coinage. On the front side obverse of the 2002 5-cent coin, there is a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. This portrait was designed by Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor who won a public competition in 1938. In God We Trust, located to the left of Jefferson. Liberty, found on the right side. 2002, the year of minting, placed near the word liberty. Jefferson's image on the coin symbolizes freedom, democracy, and American independence. His calm and thoughtful expression reflects his role as a philosopher, statesman, and visionary leader. The reverse side of the 2002 nickel features Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's famous home in Virginia. Monticello is one of the most iconic buildings in American history and is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Monticello. 5 cents. United States of America. The Monticello design is symmetrical and detailed, showing the building's dome, columns, and steps. This design remained mostly unchanged for over 6 decades, making it one of the most recognizable coin reverses in the U.S. The 2002 U.S. 5-cent coin is composed of 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight, 5.00 grams. Diameter, 21.21 millimeters. Thickness, 1.95 millimeters. Edge, plain, smooth. This copper-nickel alloy gives the coin its silver-gray appearance and makes it durable for long-term circulation. In 2002, Jefferson Nickels were produced at 3 different mints. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Denver Mint, mint mark, D. San Francisco Mint, mint mark, S, proof coins only. Philadelphia, over 600 million coins. Denver, over 500 million coins. San Francisco, proof limited quantity for collectors. Because of the high mintage, most 2002 nickels are not rare, but proof coins and high-grade uncirculated examples are more desirable. The 2002's Jefferson nickel was struck at the San Francisco Mint using specially polished dies and planchettes. These coins were not meant for circulation and were sold to collectors as part of proof sets. Proof nickels have mirror-like backgrounds, frosted design elements, sharper details. These coins are highly valued by collectors, especially when kept in original condition. Although the 2002 nickel does not have many famous varieties, collectors still look for off-center strikes, double die errors, clipped planchettes, weak strikes. Such error coins can be worth much more than face value, depending on the severity and condition. Face value, 5 cents. Market value, usually still 5 cents. Value, 20 cents to $1.50 depending on grade. Value, $2 to $10 or more. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services can sell for significantly higher prices, especially to Jefferson nickel collectors. The 2002 5-cent coin is popular among beginner collectors, Jefferson Nickels series collectors, proof set collectors. It is often collected as part of date and mint sets, and it represents the last traditional years of the Jefferson Monticello design. The 2002 United States 5-cent coin may appear ordinary at first glance, but it holds historical importance, classic design beauty, and collector value. It symbolizes continuity in American coinage and stands at the edge of a major design transition. Whether found in circulation, preserved in mint condition, or displayed in a collection, the 2002 Jefferson nickel remains a meaningful piece of American monetary history. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.